Hello VSG and WLS YouTube community. My name is Zac Cyber, and this is my week 48 through 51 weight loss update. This one will be just a little longer than usual, but you're getting two updates this time around, I guess. First, the numbers. My pre-surgery weight was 401.3 pounds. 4 weeks ago, when I did my last update, I weighed in at 215 pounds even. Today, I weighed in at 212.8 pounds for a 4-week loss of 2.2 pounds and a total weight loss of 188.5 pounds. Not a big loss over the period of 4 weeks. I had hoped to lose more, but my eating is still not back on track, and the frequency of my workouts has waned a bit as well. So I'm working on both of those. I'll get back to speed. Shortly after my last video, which was exactly 1 month ago, I was playing pool with some of my friends, having a drink or three, and just enjoying the evening. While we were playing, I caught my reflection in a nearby window, and I just froze. I knew I was looking at my reflection, but at the same time, I couldn't believe it was actually me. So for the first time, I didn't fully recognize myself. And then I got really quiet, and I felt my eyes begin to well up because I was just so happy. It was truly an amazing experience for me. That night also brought another non-scale victory of sorts, in that one of my best friends that I was playing pool with had just gotten himself into a size 34 jean. He's been working on the Atkins plan and has had a lot of success with it. So not to be one-upped, I went shopping, and guess who squeezed what's left of his ass into a size 34 jean? I was excited earlier that I was wearing the same size as my partner when he was wearing size 36s, but now I'm down even a size smaller, so that is just, I don't know, it's just amazing. I can't believe it. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a little snug, but I can get them buttoned up and they look good. In my last video, I talked about another non-scale victory when it came to working out on the treadmill. I had upped my running time from 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes, in which I alternate between running and walking. So 2.5 minutes running, 2.5 minutes walking over a 60-minute period. So that meant that for the hour I spent on the treadmill, 30 minutes of it was running and at 6.5 miles an hour, and 30 minutes of it was walking at 4.2 miles per hour. Well, now I'm running 3 minutes, alternating with walking only 2 minutes over a 60-minute period. So for the hour that I spend on the treadmill now, I'm actually running a total of 36 minutes and walking only 24 minutes. So that's another step in the right direction. Let's see, on my last update, I had asked for feedback from the weight loss community about what they plan on doing for Thanksgiving. And thanks to everyone for their suggestions and comments. Here's how I spent my Thanksgiving day. I woke up at 5 a.m. and prepared myself for my first 5-mile race called the Turkey Trot. It's an annual Thanksgiving Day race that this year I believe attracted about 8,000 runners. Now, I have participated in 5K events prior to the Turkey Trot, but I only ran a small portion of those 5Ks. Plus, this was a 5-mile race, and it was really, really windy and cold, and there was a large hill for that first mile of the course. And I'm used to running indoor on treadmill, so I mean, running outside is a completely different experience. So I was a little nervous about it, and I pretty much assumed that I was going to be walking up the hill instead of running up the hill and taking breaks along the way of the 5-mile course. Well, I was wrong, because I didn't stop running up that hill. I ran all the way up it, and I didn't stop running throughout the entire 5-mile course. I don't know what happened. I think the energy of the crowd and the fellow runners were just fueling my own energy and excitement. I finished that race in exactly 53 minutes, which is 1 minute faster than it takes me to complete 5 miles on the treadmill. So I felt awesome and had such a sense of accomplishment when I crossed that finish line. This did it for me. I want to participate in more running events because I had a blast. So I'm looking forward to more opportunities to participate in runs. As for eating on Thanksgiving, my family and I went to a restaurant and we had Thanksgiving dinner this year. I think I had 5 breaded mushrooms and a cup of French onion soup. That was it. I didn't miss the turkey at all. So, and there were no leftovers to deal with either, or no cleanup. So it was wonderful. It really worked out for us. So this might be starting a new tradition for us. Last week, I was talking to a friend about Weight Watchers, and I told her that I still had all the literature for the last time that I had signed up, which was it was January of 2013. So I was going through the materials and that I was going to give to her, and I came across my weight loss tracker card, and I was a bit shocked because I must have blanked this out of my memory, but the starting weight as of January 2nd, 2013 was 412.8 pounds. Now, I use 401.3 as my begin weight for this weight loss journey because that's what I weighed, as of my surgery date on December 17th of last year. But still, that's like 11.5 pounds more than I thought my highest weight to be. So, based on that number, I'm down exactly 200 pounds since January 2nd of 2013. But for the purposes of my recorded journey, my total pounds lost is actually 188.5. But still, 200. As I mentioned, I've got an important anniversary coming up next week. December 17th will be my 1-year surgiversary, as it is also Tina Marie RNY's surgiversary as well. She's my weight loss buddy, and she has done fantastically. I am so proud of her. I have my final session with my surgeon, Dr. Teal, at Miami Valley, scheduled for that same day. So, I was thinking about it, and in a way, it's hard to believe that this has already been a year since I had my procedure. But at the same time, this past year has been so full of so many changes and new experiences, it feels as if the surgery happened years and years ago, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm making up for a lot of lost time over the past 6 months, but as long as I have the energy, I'm going to continue to do so. Because, before the surgery, I didn't do things, either because I was physically unable to do so, or I was ashamed of how I looked and I didn't want to be out in public. Well, those restrictions are gone, and I'm living the life that I should have been living decades ago. I've met a lot of new people on the first leg of this journey, and I have made many new friends. I'm much more social, although I do still battle with shyness around people that I don't know that well. And I'm much more physically active, although this cold weather is killing me because I just want to be outside doing something and, running, hiking, biking, whatever. But it's just too darn cold. Anything outdoors, but of course, excuse me. I don't want to overlook those friends that have been there for me in my largest days and that love me regardless of my size, even though, I couldn't find a way to love myself at that time. Those friendships are, they mean the world to me, and I consider myself so very fortunate to have those people in my life. I will make maintaining those friendships and relationships a priority, as I have been wrapped up in having all these new experiences that I sometimes don't interact with my longtime friends as much as I should, and I'm sorry. But I am working on it. By the way, I figured out what I'm going to do for myself for my 1-year surgiversary. I won't tell you now. I will tell you in next week's video. As always, I want to wish everyone that's getting ready to have their procedures or that have recently had their procedures the best of luck. I do want to give a special shout out to Steve Hertzinger. Steve contacted me through a fellow local VSGer, VSG Gary. I met VSG Gary along with VSG Pepper and Austin Hoshino a month or so ago, and we had a blast. It was so much fun. Steve is having his procedure on December 16th, the day before my 1-year anniversary, with the same surgeon that performed my procedure. Steve, you are in very good hands. I remember the anxiety that I felt leading up to the surgery, and I wish I hadn't stressed myself out about it because, my experience was quick and with very little discomfort. I remember being wheeled into the surgery room thinking to myself, damn, it's cold in here. And then next thing I remember is waking up in recovery. Heck, for me, the worst part of the entire experience was just getting through the liquid phase of the diet. That was hard for me because I can't stand protein drinks. Once I record my 1-year Surgiversary video next week, I'm going to continue to make YouTube updates, but they'll be just once a month from this point forward, unless a milestone is reached that I have to shout about. I want to thank everybody, all my friends and family, for their continued support, and most of all my VSG YouTube family. It was watching your videos that helped me make the decision to move forward with my own procedure, and for that I am truly grateful. It is without a doubt the best decision I have ever made. So until next week, remember, nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels, and that includes all the Christmas goodies that are out right now, so be careful. Bye everyone, we'll see you next time.